Welcome, everyone, to the Meaningful Hearts podcast, where we discuss the everyday questions that make us or break us if we let them. I am your host, Drew. Take my hand and let's walk this journey together. All right, so what I'm going to rant about today, not maybe a rant, just maybe a quick thought that I had. How many of us feel upset, mad, or maybe, I don't know, kind of down on ourselves when we post something that we did on social media, something that we're very proud of, that took us a long time to complete maybe, and we post it on social media, and nobody really likes it or engages with it. They don't say, good job. You know, they're not liking it or loving it. People that you know, friends and family that might have heard about you working on this project, heard that you were doing it here and there. Now here it is, you posted it, and nobody really engages with it. So how do you feel? What are the thoughts that are going through your mind? Are you waging war against your family and friends? Yeah, probably. Right? Definitely are. Definitely feeling some type of way. If you aren't, well, that's very good. And the reason why I say that's very good is because we think that we need praise all the time for anything we accomplish, whether it's good or not. But let's step back for a second and say, hey, maybe you're an artist, maybe you paint something, whatever, and you post it, and nobody really engages with it or, says, hey, well, that's an amazing feat. That's something amazing. Because in your mind, maybe that's how you feel in your heart. And somebody doesn't engage with you and doesn't say what you think you or expect them to say. Or they don't say anything at all, especially from people that you know very well, but you get really mad. Now, why should you be mad? Why does it matter if somebody likes it or not, right? Maybe it's not that good. You ever thought about that? But then again, it's like, well, how could they? They're my friends and my family. They should love everything I do. Well, let's be honest with you. That's not a good buffer. That's not a good buffer to have, right? It's not really a good buffer to have because perspective-wise, in reality, when you go into the real world, there are people that are going to be true critics to you and might really hurt your feelings. It comes from a place of entitlement. We all feel entitled to a round of applause for anything we do. And it stems mostly probably from childhood where, you get an effort award for everything you do and everybody cheers you on, even if it's something very, 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 very small, something very insignificant. But as we grow up, our parents continue to do this. They say it builds character. Well, not necessarily builds character, but it builds confidence. But in reality, is that a false sense of confidence that you're building for your child? That when they grow up and think that they did something massive, in reality, it was very mediocre, and they don't get the praise that they want, thinking that it's better? I mean, eventually they're going to go into the real world where people aren't going to look out for their best interests. They're going to be honest with them, and they really don't care how they feel. Well, I could tell you that it's really true. You shouldn't, cheer someone on if what they do is not very good or you don't feel it's very good. It's being honest. And it's probably the truest thing you could do for a friend or family member. Now, not everybody can take criticism. I get this. So tread lightly on this. I'm not recommending you do this. Especially with your wife, because your wife could make you sleep on the couch. There is that. But for all you brave souls out there that feel that being honest with somebody that you love is the truest thing you can do, and I believe it is as well, go on and do that. Go on and do that and reflect the reality back on them. And if they're a good steward of their skill and what God has given them, then they might move on to have something that they can show for it later. But just because you have the skill set does not mean that you automatically get the end result at the end of it. It takes time. It takes effort. It takes practice. And then when you are a true student of what you're doing or your craft is, and then you come out on the other end and you show your work that you've put in, other than a few minutes, other than whatever it was, when your work really starts to show, believe me, people will respond. But be humble. And yeah, it's my rant. It's my rant / thingy that I'm working on. So yeah, don't be entitled. Okay? Your work sucks. No, I'm kidding. Keep going. All I'm trying to say is keep going, regardless of what other people think. Thank you for listening, and God bless. I will talk to you soon. Have a good one.